Welcome to Two Balls and a Mic. We are in episode 109. 109. Should have been something special, but here we are. 109. 109. Season's greetings to Two Balls and a Mic. We're going to go ahead and talk about everything that went on in the Offsides Fest. Liverpool beats Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, making me a sad Carabao. Was not happy with that result. We're going to go ahead and dive into it a little bit. We might mention a little bit of San Diego Loyal, a little bit about that. We're also going to go ahead and talk about our interview with San Diego Wave players. You got a chance to interview them. We're going to go ahead and talk with Katie Johnson later this week as well. We're going to then jump into LigaMX. Chivas robbed. We're also going to talk about Acevedo's crazy ass save. A lot of great goalkeeping this weekend. European Soccer Champions League is now not in Russia due to stuff. Premier League, you had your boys, Manchester United, absolutely tie. Talk a little bit of Xavi ball. Abramovich still Chelsea's owner somehow. Yikes. That great Portuguese citizen he is. You know, he actually changed his.
Did he really?
He
we'll dive into that.
We can talk into it a little bit. Anyway, I guess there was a game that was on Peacock. No, it wasn't on Peacock. It was on ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus,
and we enjoyed getting up at 8:30 and. He's
there wasn't
currently
much
Alan Underwood,
about, right?
who is about to come on, is dancing in the side view, and he's just having a grand old time. So, just bring him on, Alan.
Yeah.
What's going on here? What?
I mean, first off, I just want to congratulate the Xolos on their San Diego Loyal bump, undefeated since taking on San Diego. So maybe they should play. Yeah. The kids can play San Diego every week, and then they can beat the former LigaMX champions in Atlas. Not to spoil your thunder for later, but yeah, man, I had to get up early to take one of my dogs to the cardiologist because we have old dogs, and that's you do with old dogs. Yeah. Bruce, fine, he's great. Slightly enlarged heart, but we already knew his heart was bigger than the rest.
Yeah.
So I was up anyway.
He loves too much.
He loves too much. Oh,
he does. Brew is a lover. Yeah, I had to get up anyway. So it was like, oh, since I have to be up, there happens to be this like football game in England between a really good team and a almost as good team.
That won a tie earlier in the season in the Premier League, I would say. But yeah, it was heartbreaking.
This was the best 0-0 match I've seen in a while. As a neutral standpoint, I had no business watching this game other than to talk about it for this podcast.
Yeah.
And I got to say this was the most entertaining 0-0 match I've seen in the last couple of years.
True. The one I think of is Brazil, Mexico, 0-0 with Ochoa going off in the group stages.
Mm-hmm. That one was like
Brazil's World
just
Cup.
A stress fest for
me.
me.
It was not happy campers. But yeah, so let's talk about what made me a sad Carabao. Is Carabao? It's an energy drink. You guys know that?
Yeah,
I do.
You didn't?
I didn't know that. Like I don't frequent energy drinks.
Just how women found out Powerade was two different words.
Did you know Powerade is two different words, Alan?
I didn't. Powerade.
So in the Cholo Stadium,
unless Cholos fucked up on their stadium,
probably. But it says on their benches on top says Powerade, like a separate word. So I don't know if that's exclusively a Powerade Mexico maneuver. But
maybe
definitely two words over there.
Wow. Well, I mean, on the bottle, it's like Powerade, like it's Powerade as a word, but on the label, it's like Powerade. So I can, maybe. I'm not even sure Powerade knows if it's one word or two. So can't fault them. It is. Well, I should say on some labels. Maybe they rebranded, and I don't know.
That's not how you spell it. I'm seeing Tony had spelling Powerade, and he's misspelling aid.
Shut up.
It's like Powerade.
Powerade. There you go.
Powerade.
That's how we sound things out.
Yeah, no. Powerade.
Like Wednesdays. Wednesday,
yes. Correct. Wednesday.
Correct.
But yeah, so you had a really exciting match. At the beginning of the match, as I'm looking here at a little bit of highlights, you had number 10, Captain America, Christian, as Landon Donovan calls him,
The LeBron James of soccer.
The LeBron James of soccer, completely missing a sitter in front of goal. It's not Alisson playing; it's a backup goalkeeper, a young goalkeeper
who had a hell of a game.
Who stepped up. Honestly, I was listening to the story of him as a narrator. We were talking about him throughout the match, and you just can't help but root for the guy because again he can't.
Look at this guy.
It's a goalkeeper. Like Alan sees somebody play the flute really well. He's like, man, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Like, I see a good goalkeeper. I'm like, yeah, like, props to you.
Okay, fair enough.
But
yeah, I mean, he's been good the entire. He only didn't play one leg against Arsenal because Alisson needed minutes because I think he'd been out and he just needed to get back in a game for him. Mm-hmm. But he's been the cup goalie the entire time, and he's the guy who basically I think he saved two penalty kicks against Leicester when they advanced against Leicester. Like, it was almost like if Klopp put Alisson in, people were going to be mad because Kelleher earned his spot in that final.
Yeah, it's his tournament. It's that's how I would see it. It's like Copa del Rey and Barcelona's playing their backup goalkeeper. That's his tournament. Or when you have two good goalkeepers like that, you respect that and you play the goalkeeper that's playing that tournament.
See, I'm a purist. Your goalkeeper is your goalkeeper throughout all, and for the big games, your number one goalkeeper is your number one goalkeeper.
Yeah, you gotta rotate.
Mendy was thrown out there. He's clearly in form. If you look at his cup run,
did Kepa play all the other games?
He's been playing and he's been playing well. Kepa, we'll get to a little bit later, but Kepa, was involved in a couple of games that went into penalties for Chelsea twice actually, and he was in there as a penalty specialist, whatever the hell that means, and he got the job done. You know what? Actually, people are making and comparing with De Gea's mistake. Guess what? Kepa actually beat Villarreal, something De Gea couldn't do a couple of months before. So
De Gea's penalty was on target.
Let's not compare.
Yours is in the moon. You can compare with Sergio Ramos' penalty.
That's fine. It was a goal kick, all right?
There's a video of the stance, and like they're celebrating when he misses it, and you see the ball just landing on the fence. Like, it's wild.
He
did a goal kick.
If you want to get like nerdy in statistics, like Kepa does have a pretty significant advantage over Mendy in historical like penalty saves.
Yes.
Where Mendy doesn't have that kind of historical success, but the dude just won the African Cup of Nations. Like, let's be real. Like,
yes.
And I understand why you make that change. Like, I get it. Like, I respect it. Sure. It's like, I have no problem with them making that change, but it's like Mendy was like out of his mind with that double save, the save on Van Dijk's header at like in stoppage time. Like, he was playing really, really well. Kelleher makes that save on Christian Pulisic, and like maybe one other stop. Like, most of the threats, this one. Oh, first of all, that save, brilliant save. Good save.
If you see Tony tweeting about a goalkeeper,
I never tweet
during the game, then you know that was a beast-ass fucking highlight.
And again, if it was the other way around and Kelleher, played the type of game that Mendy played in this game, it's probably one of the best goalkeeper performance I've seen in a while, and it has to be heartbreaking to know that you probably could have finished this game. And who knows, right? If it went that long, you might have stopped one, because again, Kepa didn't stop a single one. But I think we're getting ahead of ourselves. I think we're missing the meat on a beautiful show that was had at Wembley.
The offsides?
The offside show.
The official sponsor of the Carabao Cup is now the offside flag.
Yes.
So this is how close Christian over here was to scoring and missed it. Good by the goalkeeper. Kelleher, right? You said?
Kelleher, yeah.
Yeah, so, good positioning by him, but was able to react quickly, but still you should be able to save that as,
Was that Mount celebrating, thinking Pulisic's going to score right there?
That is definitely Mason Mount looking
like
he's
He
celebrating.
got his miss too.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Like, these two miss so much. So much. I mean, an offside is a miss in a sense too, right? Like, you were out of position. Like, Kai Havertz was caught a couple times.
By the way, I think best January transfer besides maybe Aubameyang for Barcelona, Luis Diaz. Man, how happy are you that you guys have Luis Diaz? You guys don't need him, but he's freaking great.
I heard someone talking about this. Like, the big negative thing about Liverpool for a really long time compared to Man City was Man City's depth up front as far as being able to swap people in and still be deadly. Like, and that was the problem with Liverpool. It was like it was the front three, or it was like you had to hope Origi was playing the way he plays against like Everton and Barcelona, which he just comes up with these like miracle goals. But really, you don't have that same type of player to come in to substitute for Mane or for Salah or for Firmino. But now you have Diaz and Jota, and what's been amazing is how quickly he's managed to come into the team. Like guys like Fabinho, it took quite a while for him to like become a regular starter because it is a difficult system to come into. I might argue January transfer windows for Liverpool, probably the Van Dijk transfer is, I believe he was a January transfer, a January signing.
Yeah, I think so, yes.
I would argue that one's probably a little bit better as far as like what Liverpool really needed.
Oh, but yeah, for sure.
You can't go wrong with, I mean, for the price tag, getting Luis Diaz, like he is such a fun player to watch. And he does some pretty amazing things. And then he just finds his way into these little pockets of space and starts and stops really well. That he's just such a fun player to watch.
I think individually, individually, Liverpool is much more talented than Chelsea. I think Chelsea's the better team overall, and the system is in place, and it's put Chelsea in this position, right? Like sometimes they don't have the players, the flashiness. But then you have Kovacic, who's like, pretty much running on the 5th, 6th, 7th gear. Yeah. You still have Pulisic doing, plays like this, and Kai Havertz is always an X factor. This is a great play over to Kai Havertz that gets put on the woodwork. One of many chances, yeah. One of many everything.
Which brings me to the second sponsor of the Carabao Cup final, the Post.
Fuck, dude. Like, both ways. Edouard Mendy almost, as soon as I tweeted that, he's the best goalkeeper in the world.
He does that.
He gave a ball away in the midfield,
which
and
was
again
going out. That chip by Salah was going out.
Yeah, that was not going in. But again, Thiago Silva putting his body in there. Somebody I was impressed with too, and as I really shouldn't, but
who?
Not Alexander. It's the Trent Arnold.
Trent Alexander-Arnold,
like, one of the best right backs in the world, man.
Like just the IQ, like this dude can imagine to do something with the ball.
How old is
he?
Just 21? Does it. 22?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's a Scouser too, which is like he's playing for his hometown club, which is also super fun. You can tell how important it is to him. He gets crapped on a lot for like his defensive awareness. He's not quite there yet. But this is, we talked about like roles versus positions. Like he is not a fullback. Mm-hmm. Like his job is not necessarily to be a knockdown defender. His job is essentially like a Kevin De Bruyne-esque player that happens to play at right back.
Yeah.
And you're giving up some of those defensive liabilities for him to put some of those balls in. Like there was a service, I think there was a service in where you're kind of just bouncing out. Like his role is a deep playmaker who happens to play defense. His recoveries are usually pretty good, but sometimes he can kind of fall asleep and let a run go. Like there was that ball right at the very end where Trent doesn't quite he doesn't catch the run soon enough, and the ball ends up in a very dangerous area and it doesn't hit the target. Like this is the story. Like either team could have easily scored 2 or 3 goals to this game. Like in any other game, this is like that 2-2 game from the last time they played.
Yeah.
This just happened to have the goals that went in happened to be infractions beforehand, so they didn't count.
The defensive work rates all around were just something to witness on both teams. Both sides were just amazing.
I think something to touch on what you're talking about with Trent Alexander-Arnold is, yes, he does play up top, but when you have 2 or 3 really good center backs, you can kind of take that risk, right? You have Van Dijk back there with, whether it's Matip, who's playing great, or you have Gomez, who has a lot of pace. I think you're able to have Alexander-Arnold and just have him a little higher on top because you can trust your center back. So it's working out for Liverpool, and it clearly worked out in this game. But, man, with Chelsea, and you're going to hate this take, Tony, like you said, Liverpool has a lot of they have better individual players. I agree with that. Thing with Chelsea is I can see a lot of the that starting lineup for Chelsea, a lot of those players just drop in form from one season to the next. Like Mount can be having a hell of a season, and then next season just like doesn't perform anymore. Same with Kovacic. The only one that I can think of that would stay consistent is Kante.
Yeah, he is a constant. I could see that, but like the team is still relatively young if you really think about it. Again, you're looking at Arnold, Trent Alexander-Arnold, like he's. I
think that Champions League was the peak for Chelsea. That's it. I don't think
I mean, if it comes every 10 years, I'm not mad at that. When was the last time Man U won one?
Well, I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Why are we bringing Man U up?
Because
we're talking about this team. My team is irrelevant. Don't bring it up.
I know it is.
There's no need to bring it up.
Your team is irrelevant.
We'll bring it up right now with the
That is the smartest thing you've said in 109 episodes of Two Balls at a Mic.
Okay, buddy.
Yes.
I also think like Tuchel versus Klopp is always a fun matchup as well. I think you have two really good coaches who understand the system and understand how their players fit. And you can tell like how annoyed Tuchel is. Like, I've set you up to be successful and you hit the woodwork, or you fall into an offside trap because Van Dijk is aware and takes one step up and you don't react. You could tell how aggravated he is because like, I put you in the right position to be successful. Be successful. And I think Klopp feels that way too. These Chelsea-Liverpool games have been some of the most fun and entertaining and also aggravating. And these have been some of the best games this season. Like, Chelsea is a quality club.
Yeah.
That's like they're not like, they don't seem invincible. So you can go at them, but they also have the ability, like the game started, like it was Chelsea's game for like the first 15 minutes. I was a little bit worried. I was like, what is going on with Liverpool? They're not playing really well. Chelsea's on the front foot, and then Liverpool gradually kind of came into their own. But these were like haymakers going back and forth. These were two teams that weren't going to be like, we're going to sit back. Maybe a little bit in stoppage in extra time when legs got tired. They were kind of like, we don't want to make a mistake. But those 90 minutes, man, they were just like, they were going for it, and it was so fun to watch those two teams. And I think, I mean, they both have a couple flaws, I think, in their team in general. Like, Chelsea probably needs someone a little bit more killer instinct on the front. Lukaku can be good, but I'm not sure they're using him right. Maybe they're just not playing him into space like he likes. Like, that ball is the great Lukaku ball, but he barely gets it. I have definitely seen offside calls that were worse than that.
Yeah,
that was tight. Like, I was like, oof.
And then you have players flying into other players' groins with their studs. That should have been a red card.
That should have been
a red card.
That should have been a red.
You know,
you're correct. The Chelsea player should have been sent off. You're correct.
Getting in the way of
the amount, like cleats. The amount of time he took to like recover from just cleaning somebody in the thigh. Like, Chalobah must have thighs of steel.
I think if this is like a regular season game, I think that is officiated differently.
Yeah.
Like, that would be, it's a dangerous play, but I think both players, their boots are high, their studs are going into each other. Kaida happens to catch the Chelsea player, and he doesn't get caught. And so it's like, those are ones like in a final, like, you'd be hard done to. It's not like he slid in like Kane did. Like, I can understand, like, if he pulls out a red, it's like, all right, I get it. But those are one of those, like, maybe you yellow card both players. Like, hey, both of you guys were idiots. You both were going in reckless, uncontrolled. Your boots were both high. You both got hurt. Here's your 2 yellow cards. Now you have to, like, be careful.
Oh, yeah. I love what you said, that a final is officiated different than a regular league match, and a lot of people don't understand that, and it's going to be up to interpretation of the ref. The ref has to take into consideration that this game it's a great game to watch right now. That red card would have probably ruined the flow of that match. It would have benefited Chelsea for sure.
I mean,
but man, you got to take that into consideration.
See how they feel playing with 10 men for a lot of time. Huh? How about that? See if they can maintain a tie.
I mean, but
it's true though. No, 100%.
Well, from your standpoint, was the Liverpool goal, should that have counted?
The Liverpool goal?
Yeah, that got disallowed because Van Dijk was offside and he got in the way of that play.
It's a very nitpicky thing. It wouldn't like without VAR. I guess thank you VAR.
Yeah.
But like still fuck VAR. Like I don't like VAR, so it's not going to change my mind as far as VAR. Does it sometimes benefit? Yeah, sure. Like the result was ended up the same at the end of the day, but you know, if it's going to help us, sure, I guess I'll take it. But even then, I just don't like VAR at all. Like a soccer maneuver. Like now we're talking football terms, right? Where it's like, you know, the tuck rule, where did he maintain possession after the 360
It should
degree
be a lot
roll?
more simple than that. And that's the beauty of soccer. But then we got to the penalties. And man, this penalty you have right here, Tony, if you can pull it up.
It's there.
So do we all agree that putting Kepa in was the wrong decision?
No.
You don't think it was?
I don't think it was a wrong decision. I think after the fact, sure, you can be like, that was probably not the right decision. I don't say it was a wrong decision.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I would have probably just stuck with Mendy because he was playing really well. I might disagree, but I don't think it's a wrong decision. I think you look at the numbers and you're like, that's fine.
I don't like it because this is the modern game. This is modern goalkeeping tactics. Like, why are your goalkeeping tactics have to do with taking the whole player out? And I blame 2014 Netherlands penalty shootout versus Tim Krul coming in against Costa Rica. And
he worked out for them.
It worked out for them, and it's worked out for Chelsea too.
And this is where I went back and forth with some buddies of mine. Do you think Tuchel gets criticized as much as he did? Had he kept Mendy in, and then they still lose, would he have gotten criticized and say, well, you have this goalkeeper specialist in penalties. Why didn't you put Kepa in? Do you guys think that would? I don't think the criticism would have been the same. Do you guys? How do you guys feel about that?
No, it wouldn't have been the same. Like it would have been out there. It would have been out there, right? But I think you ride the hot hand. Like if he has a no hitter going, like you pull him out in the bottom of the ninth, and then you still get a home run knocked into. Like,
to be fair, you don't expect the goalkeeper to shoot a penalty. You just don't count on that.
I think that's what it boils down to is, like, it's Tuchel only gets crap for putting Kepa in because Kepa misses that penalty and makes 0 saves. Like, I think if any other player doesn't score and Kepa doesn't make any saves, like, I don't think anyone questions that. The blame then moves to the player who missed the kick, right? So I think Tuchel was in a situation where people were going to, if Chelsea lost in the shootout, it didn't matter which goal he put in, people were going to question either why didn't you do it or why did you do it, right? Like, either way, he's going to get criticism. So then you go, all right, what gives the team the best chance of being successful? History says Kepa's the guy. The statistics say Kepa's the guy. This is what we're doing. This is the game plan. Everyone knows going in. So this is what we do. And, you know, Kepa tries to play mind games with Virgil van Dijk on that kick. Yes, and Virgil van Dijk's like, I'm going to kick it straight at you and you're still not going to stop me, which was ballsy.
How do you guess it like that and still don't make that stop, Tony? You need to tell me Kepa stands on that side and is still not able to reach that penalty?
This means nothing, guys.
He was on the right side.
This means nothing.
He was on the right side.
Yeah, no.
Come on, you have to block that.
How fast is that ball coming at you, though?
Oh, man.
This fast.
Like, I think you have to block that. You're committing to that side. You're trying to play mind games.
It's a really good penalty.
It is. Yeah. It is.
It's a really fucking good penalty.
Like, this is your goalkeeper's penalty specialist?
Like, it hits the side netting first. Like, that's the
golden rule. That's the golden rule I have in penalties. If you hit the side net, it's automatic going. It's gonna go in.
Yeah.
So,
Chelsea's penalties were like Chelsea figured out that Kelleher moves before you shoot.
Yeah.
So they were like, all right, we're just going to stutter, wait for you to move, and then we'll just slide it in the other way. Like, Van Dijk could have done that to Kepa. I thought Fabinho's penalty kick was also very rude. Like, just to softly Panenka down the middle. Like both of those penalty kicks for Liverpool were like kind of rude, a little bit disrespectful. Like I love it because as an athlete, that's what you're trying to do. I think like Kepa's playing mind games. I think
Gallagher almost got that Timo Werner one. Like,
man,
yeah,
it's
and then Konate's penalty was probably the worst of all of them. Kepa gets a hand on it, but it manages to go in.
This penalty shootout was one of the best ones in a while.
He should have stopped that one over the Van Dijk one. You have to stop that one.
Yeah,
like you select right,
you got a hand on it.
You got a hand on it. Put that strong hand again. I think I would have stopped that.
And then we get to the goalkeeper. This brought back Europe of League finals flashbacks for me, and I'm so glad you got to experience what that felt like.
Yeah, not good, not good.
My favorite thing is Kelleher. That's a badass penalty kick. First of all,
yeah.
Second of all, he takes it and he jogs right back to the line and go, "Okay, your turn." Like, he doesn't even like do the "I'm gonna go to the side" thing. He like jogs up and then immediately is like on the line. Like, all right,
I think I got the job done. Oh man, this dude shot a freaking goal kick, man. The field goal was good. Oh man. I mean, I like that from Chelsea though. Like nobody went like fuck this dude. Like it's a team game. Goalkeepers are not penalty takers.
Where's that? Is that Mendy there? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, Mendy's such a dope goalkeeper, man. Like, I think you can say that he's the best in the world right now.
Mendy's the best in the world. Like
at the moment.
Right.
Allen. Oof.
Allen.
Don't you dare put Allison in that top 5.
The fool's not even playing right now. Gallagher's better than him.
I mean, Liverpool's backup keeper is better than Chelsea's backup keeper.
100%.
Oh yeah. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, dude.
I think it's so hard to rate goalkeepers because like, what do you want out of your goalkeeper, right? Like, do you want a shot stopper? Do you want a ball distributor? Who do you want? Like, and this is what makes goalkeeping so hard to break down as far as like numbers and like you take a look at like Nick Pope. Nick Pope doesn't get a lot of love because he's a shot stopper, but he's not asked to distribute the way that other keepers are. So it's hard to be like Nick Pope's not that great at distributing. It's like, well, who knows? Because that's not his gig, right? Like Ederson is a really great distributor, maybe not that great positionally, but is Ederson a better goalkeeper than Nick Pope? Depends. Like for Man City, yeah, absolutely. Right. So I do think Mendy is definitely making his way into that conversation for sure as being like one of the best goalkeepers. Like he's really good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if like, I'm not sure I would trade Allison for Mendy, but I think most other teams in the league are be like, yeah, we'll take Mendy every day of the week. I think he's a really good goalkeeper. I have tons of respect for him. I have a hard time saying he's the best. I have a hard time saying he's the best only because he plays for Chelsea.
I keep the hair over Mendy. Like if we're just gonna trade, I'll keep the hair.
I would keep De Gea like 5 years ago.
6 years ago.
I still keep the hair right now.
That's why you're in fucking 4th.
We're in 4th.
Okay, for now.
Oh my god, we're like 6 points.
Liverpool still in the running for the quadruple. Unfortunately, that's the news on that front. But
the only one who can do it.
You can do it. They won't.
Do you actually think they'll get the quadruple?
Do I think they can? Yes. Do I think they will? Probably not.
I mean, like, you're 6 points, 3 points essentially, 1 game behind. So you're 3 points behind City.
3 points, and you have to play them. So that'll be fun. Liverpool's season wraps up is a harder path than Man City's, which is why Man City's probably favored to win the Prem.
It's gonna come down to that one game.
Yeah, and there's always. I mean, I think Liverpool still has to play Man United too, and that's always a tough one. I think they have to play.
So does City.
Everton. And Everton. Like, and as bad as Everton is, Liverpool is always like things are weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Liverpool's end of the season, the run-in, if you will, the business end of the season, like Liverpool's got West Ham, Arsenal, Man United. Like they have a pretty tough schedule compared to Man City. And Aston Villa, Everton, improved Newcastle, Spurs, Southampton, and Wolves. Like they're probably dropping points, and Man City might not because they're Man City, and who knows? Unless they're playing Tottenham, which they aren't anymore, unfortunately.
Well, they've done it before, right? They've choked,
what's that?
They've choked tournaments before and Champions Leagues away, so anything is possible, right? Especially in this weird season in sports.
Well, it wouldn't be two balls under wood if we didn't touch a little bit on San Diego Loyal, and I think this brings it into a little bit of a nice little package. In the spirit of fair play, I DM'd one Jack Stephen Perry Metcalf on Instagram. The great Jack Metcalf, number 4, right back for San Diego Loyal. Obviously a Liverpool fan. After the game, I said, fair play to your Reds, cracking game for my boys in blue, especially Mendy. This was after already they lost. Like, it's just I couldn't say like good win.
Oh, he left you on red?
No, he didn't. He's like, haha, thanks. You guys played an amazing game. Was so fun to watch. And that's the thing. It was a classic, like a modern day classic.
It's a game to look forward to now in the coming years.
Yeah, no, like what once Chelsea, Manchester United used to be, but now are snooze fests.
They really are.
This is hopefully the birth of an awesome rivalry going forward. Like, I'm pumped for it. 2 good games, 2 out of 2 here in this season. So,
our rivalries
shout
are not
out
like
to you,
Burnley or something.
So, Alan, before I let you go, next Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, kit reveal.
Yes.
I have sad news of you not being able to be there.
Yes.
However, you don't have to divulge exactly what it looks like, but I heard that
you got an early birthday present.
You got an early birthday present. Yeah.
You got a sneak peek.
I did get a sneak peek at one of the kits, and I think people are gonna like it. I think they're gonna be unique, which I always appreciate. Right out of this, we have the same kit as Orange County Soccer Club, and Adidas, and what they've been doing with MLS over the past couple of years has been very like everyone looks pretty similar. I think people are gonna like it because it is unique. I think people are gonna like it because it's one of them's green. I think people are going to like it because it's going to represent San Diego, and it's going to look, when you watch the team play, you're going to know it's San Diego because especially the green kit, it's a unique color, and they're going to stand out, right? Unless you have a black and white TV, then you're going to enjoy it, and I think people are going to be happy. I'm also excited to see the keeper kits. I mean, I don't own any like actual Liverpool field kits. All I own is Liverpool keeper kits.
Interesting.
And just because I like it better, and I love to give props to the keeper because they don't get as much love as some of the outfield players do consistently, unless you're Tony.
Bless you.
Bless you. But
San Diego gives way too much love to keepers.
I don't want to talk about his personal habits. So I think there's going to be some unique things about these kits that people are going to really enjoy, and people are going to enjoy different things about them as well. I think, which is what's great, right? It's like, the orange and white look nice, but there wasn't like anything that people like, oh, I really like this, or I really like that, or I really like this. There's like multiple layers to these kits that I think people are going to really appreciate. Going forward. And this is year 1, right? Like, we've seen what Charlie can do, with creating, special kits or third kits or celebratory kits. Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg. So I think people are going to feel good. I'm for sure going to order one of the kits. I think you can pre-order the home and away and they'll have them, but if you order by tomorrow, I think it's correct.
So we can pick it up there?
Yeah.
Oh, I get to wear my jersey.
And so if you haven't done it, get on it. Pre-order so you can pick them up there. I unfortunately won't be there, but I remember the first one was super fun. I got to see Tony and Shiva hustling around doing their thing and was very impressed with them the first time I met them. If we only knew. If we only knew.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, I'll be there in spirit. I'll see it on social media, so I'm sure I will comment, and I think people are gonna be happy.
Unless a club tries to be funny and puts 4 blank screens and say images
Media
exclusively
day.
for Media Day.
The club would never do that.
that.
I, on
Like
the other hand,
404 page not found.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, you
2
will
balls in the
get
mic.
to see my honest reaction on that Thursday because I have not seen any of the kids, unlike some other people. So
You just need to ask. You need to ask the right people.
I don't think they would show me if I asked. I'm not their biggest fan. Oh, they're not my biggest fans. They're Tony fans.
That's fine.
Yeah, so
It's all good. I'm okay with that. But Alan, again, congratulations, I guess, to Liverpool. You guys deserve it. Nobody deserved to win or lose that match. Offside.
Somebody has to lose.
Somebody has to lose, and unfortunately, it was Chelsea this time. But guess what? We have lost 4 consecutive domestic cups and finals, but we've also won 4 international finals as a club, so in a row. So I'll just keep that in mind, and it'll help me sleep tight at night. But yeah, so thank you, Alan. We'll be there in spirit. Appreciate your time. Check out Alan at @Underwood48 on the Twitters. Oh, look at the puppy. Look at the puppy.
Jasper's trying to make his bed over there.
nice.
I like how your podcast space is mostly their space. Like you're in.
It is.
You're involved in their space.
It is. There he is.
Oh, look at the puppy.
There he is.
Fuck, dude.
There's one of them. The other ones are on the ground, but that's Jasper's chair. That's where he sits when my wife works. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I can't wait to hear your takes on LigaMX. I haven't watched as much as I should, but when I do, it's always entertaining. So I can't wait to hear your guys' breakdown.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Alan. You are the best. 2 balls Underwood. I really, really love you. I do. There he is. Bye.
There's Alan.
He's so handsome. I wish I had his beard.
Oh man, but I'm very excited to see what those kids look like, Tony. I haven't seen them. I'm excited. I got the home one, which
You want to see him?
oh whoa hey oh hey no, we can't do that.
Sure.
We cannot do that.
I don't have him.
We'd get in trouble.
Oh, 1,000% definitely would get.
We for sure get canceled by the team.
We would not be allowed. Sorry, your media credentials have been canceled, postponed.
Oof, can't have that.
But
Can't have that. I'm not about to start paying for every game. I do pay for some games.
You do, and we willingly pay for some games, and we
course.
willingly
And we
pay
willingly
for,
give away
for
tickets too.
Big Squeeze,
other
lemonade.
people.
Ask for the 2 balls, drink of the day.
Yeah. So
Which actually brings me to drinks. Good segue to, again, our new sponsor, Calafino Tequila. So our new sponsor, Calafino Tequila. Actually, Calafino is going to have promo codes. Promo code 2balls20.
I think it's live now.
It is
right?
now live. So
if you go over on their website and you buy something online, I believe it's a promo code.
yes, discount code, the number 2 BALLS
20.
2020.
2 balls
20 for 20% off. I believe like the lowest one you save yourself like $8, like $8 on $8.
Yeah.
But some of those proceeds will be returning, hopefully maybe this way.
And which will lead to investments in the pod for new stuff. It'll go into the 2 balls and a mic fund.
Yeah, no,
That's exactly what it's gonna go.
The trust fund. But there in other San Diego news again.
Wait. What can we expect from? Do you think that kid reveal
Calafino?
party is gonna be like this, like the first one they had? Do you think they're just gonna run it back and do the same thing?
Probably. Yeah. The first one was fine.
I mean, we got to talk to players that one time, and now people know us.
People recognize us.
Players recognize us.
That's true. Players do recognize us, hopefully.
So I think we are going to have more fun in this one. A little bit more access, a little bit more confidence on who to talk to.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Like last time we went and you talked to Darren and you were starstruck by Darren Smith.
Shout out Darren. Shout out always loyal.
Darren, he was starstruck by
he's the boy.
he got to me and he's like, hey, oh shit, that's Darren Smith, dude.
See,
That's Darren Smith.
the boy. I listen to that dude
He's
every
your
day.
neighbor now.
That's crazy. He's also a confidence and a somewhat of a mentor, even though he doesn't know it.
Yeah.
I listened to
who else did we talk to? We talked to
Alan. That's where we met Alan for the first time. We thought again, we was a big shot. We met
our first player interview
of Chosen Foods, which I lost his card. I could be rolling in avocado oil right now.
We talked to our first player interview.
Oh, that's right. You're queuing me up, Chiva. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm missing it.
Yes,
you're queuing me up.
Yeah, I really am.
Who else did we meet there, Chiva?
You had your first words with Landon Donovan.
I had the first words with Landon Donovan.
You had the two balls to ask him some very sketchy questions.
So let's take a look back a little bit.
A trip down memory lane before we had any sort of cameras, any sort of microphones.
We're talking about phone mics, right?
We had the old logo. We had some very, very ghetto stickers from Office Depot.
No.
Yes, they were.
They were from Office Depot?
They were from Office Depot.
Oh, wow. Well, Office Depot, Staples actually did a better job with our cards. So don't show the front because your phone number is going to be on the internet forever. But we got some new business cards. We're moving up. We'll talk about San Diego Wave a little bit. We got some San Diego Wave stickers, new color wave. What else has your credit card bought us? The new laptop. We're going to be able to take the show on the road. There might be a chance that we have a podcast live at Torero Stadium.
Not live. Not going to go live.
Not live, but
what's the point of going live when everyone's at the stadium?
No, but we'll be live. Like we will be live.
We're going to be bummed. We're going to be bummed out and saying, "Oh, we have one viewer."
We'll be live in person,
and it's hectic.
Jesus. Shout out to the boy. But this is very difficult to watch in some regards, but
viewer discretion advice, cringe-worthy content.
Oh, look, Alan's still here. Hey, Alan.
Yeah. Oh,
you didn't leave, bro. Hey, dude. Oh, yep, there he is. Bye, Alan. Bye, Alan.
But this was the first time you ever spoke to Landon.
Guys, Tony here, 2 balls and a mic. We are here with the one and only Landon Donovan. Landon,
that's very good audio for phone mics.
Part of my nightmares because I'm a Mexican supporter. But
I've never seen him smile so much since
that's
that
a good
day.
Point.
Since that day, this is very, very PR, huh?
You know what? I respected the game from the beginning to the end, and you're bringing soccer here to San Diego. What's the difference between being in the pitch and being on the sidelines now?
So do you forgive me for helping bring soccer here now?
I forgive you. And you know what? I actually have a little story.
The start of a beautiful friendship. Not really, but
now I'm trying to. I paused it. I don't remember what the story is that I told him. Like, he's Landon Donovan. What the hell is he going to care about my story? What story did I tell Landon Donovan?
Yeah, you were very wordy with your.
In my mind, I was a kid when I.
Where am I going?
I don't know.
Where am I going?
Saw this, but
okay. That was a weird segue, Tony. Okay. We worked on it.
I'm sorry to bring it up, but I'm a Chivas fan too, and Jalisco's sacred to me.
His face is like...
He's like, this mother flower.
This dude.
And I know there was a couple... incidents a years back.
What a way to break the ice with Landon Donovan.
I have a foggy memory on that. Absolutely.
He knows.
He knows.
I love it. For people will tell you, people who have played a sport for a long time, it's hard to find your next passion.
Absolutely.
And I think I finally found it. So it took me a few years, but
dropping great
I'm really
content
excited
since
about the
2000.
opportunity. I'm really enjoying it so far. And
what was this? What date was it?
I don't know the actual date, but the date this go up was February 18th, 2020.
In a match yet, but I feel really good about where we're at.
How do you feel about the support you're getting tonight, especially? A lot of people came out.
Incredible.
Tariq Morad.
Carlos Alvarez.
Sal Zizzo. ¿Quién es este güey?
Isn't that Greenspan?
Joe Greenspan.
I could not in my wildest dreams have predicted
Charlie Adams with short hair.
People would come out on a Thursday night with a few days notice. So it tells you a lot about what we're doing.
Pre-pandemic. We had no idea, boys.
To do things the right way. And
I think at this point we had an idea.
Yeah, we knew what it was.
It's never gonna get here.
It looks like it's starting to come to fruition.
Absolutely. One last question: if you can have one pair of cleats back when you were a kid, when you were in the World Cup, your favorite pair of cleats that you can have right now, which one would you have?
It's a really good question. I think the original Tiempos.
Oh, beautiful. Comfortable.
Nike for life.
Oh, yikes.
Oh,
Yikes.
hey, Landon.
Yikes.
I don't know.
I don't know if you would say that anymore.
Charlie for life.
We should ask the same interview. We should ask him the same questions. A little different. Not the Jalisco one, but ask him the same cleats question.
Hey, Landon. He switches it up to
Adidas for life.
I've always been, Charlie's been around since the 1940s.
Whoa, hey.
Tranquilo, viejo. But yeah,
He brings like Predators for life, Adidas for life. Oh man!
Do we want to show people I mean, it's always here.
Yikes!
Look, this is your progress, boys. Like this is our progress, right? Let's see who's watching here. Who's watching?
619 Soccer's watching.
619 Soccer, not safe for work. Oh, bro, you want to see not safe for work? Ahí te va.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Two Balls and a Mic.
Oh,
I'm one of your hosts. I'm Chiba. What's up, everyone? How's it going, Tony?
It's going good, man.
no!
It was a week. It was a pretty awesome week.
The audio is so bad.
We had a great week.
We even had a ticker back then, though. It was pretty cool.
A what?
A little sports ticker at the bottom. XFL was a thing, apparently.
This week we had an even better one, man.
What survived is the Chivas, the Man U, Mike.
He got fired and came back.
Fired. It was just.
Oh man.
Just Mike. He's rehab now.
Osvaldo. Wow. Improvements, guys. Improvements.
Little steps. I mean, I still look like a piece of shit. Like, fuck. Like.
I mean, yikes. I don't even have that shirt anymore.
Anyway, that was fun. So we'll see.
For the audio listeners in Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen instead of watching, we just watched a clip of one of our very first interviews, episode 3. It's up on YouTube if you want to kind of see what we're reacting to. It's a very, very, very fat Chiba and a very, very blank background of our setup. So just to paint a visual image to the listeners.
All right. So I think we'll have a lot of cool people to talk to and a lot of you to.
It's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, no, it's going to be.
From 5 to 8, 3 hours of engaging with.
Can we get a business card?
Yeah, get a business card.
That's for 500 of them.
By the way, if you are the first 3 people that ask for my business cards, I got you on a free lemonade next on the home opener because I will be there. I'm not going to Guadalajara, so first 3 people that ask for a business cards from me, not from him, from me, you get a free lemonade on me on the home opener.
If you're one of the first 2 people to ask a business card from me, you get a youth small San Diego loyal select,
not a Charlie kit,
not a Charlie kit, a select and a white home jersey from last year.
Oh man,
still a $90-some value up until like 3-4 months ago, but
they're flaming me in these comments. Jesse, come on.
What's going on?
Peter Griffin, Mexicano. Saludos,
no.
Chiva.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
I have to. Oh, boy.
Saludos, Jesse from Chavos
I do look like shit, though. Like, right now. I don't like this.
You know what? It looked different when you FaceTimed me earlier. Me and Tony FaceTime constantly, by the way. Probably, like, a little too much. But you did look different. I couldn't pinpoint it. And then now that Jason mentioned it, I was like, oh, and you went like this. I was like, oh, that's right.
That's right.
Like, how often do you shave it all off?
Whenever I.
Oh, cuando te mandan.
Whenever I get asked to, because it looks like pubes apparently.
Ooh. Oh, but when I bring it up, you won't do it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, segueing a little bit into more San Diego soccer. I was at present at a virtual press conference for San Diego Wave.
Yes, you were.
Got to talk to the assistant coach, Gunny. Got to talk to 2 other players as well. And, I mean, do you want to roll the clip?
I will definitely roll the clip.
Just a heads up. With roll the clip, we might be having World Cup player.
Oh, you saw my
World
DMs.
Cup player, Jimmy Conrad, back on the
so
show
Jimmy,
to hype up that Mexico versus U.S. match in March.
Definitely in the works. So hopefully that does happen.
Previous scrimmage that was taking place this past weekend, what were your thoughts on that overall performance, and what are some changes that you'd like to implement for upcoming scrimmages or for the start of the Challenge Cup?
Pause.
Yeah, it was really exciting to see.
By the way,
and play that game.
It was maybe 4 of us that asked questions.
Sorry for not pausing on time.
So it was maybe 4 of us that asked questions, and a lot of people had questions about his experience in the NWSL and what his like how he's getting along with Casey Stoney, which is fair questions.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, I pictured questions that were going to be like that, and I knew they had a scrimmage, and nobody asked about that scrimmage. So I'm like, well, what a great chance to get some content for the podcast. And that's what we like to do. We like to ask soccer-related questions, and this was it. So go ahead. Here's his response about that scrimmage.
Game against competition. Again, I think it was we were really pleased with the starting point. The players have made great strides in a short space of time, and we're excited for kind of what lies ahead in terms of, we're trying to give kind of broad key core messages for the players to work against. So we'll try and keep that going and maintain that. So, some principles in terms of how we're going to press and apply pressure on our opponents. When we can't do that, how are we going to be defensively compact and get back into a pressing situation to regain the ball? We want the ball back. We want to be an attacking team. We want to have possession, and we want to inject some pacing and purpose into our attack. So we continue to work on those things. It's trying to kind of maybe chunk the information and break it down into smaller pieces of areas of the field or unit specific work to try and disseminate that information gradually. But really pleased with the first performance. I think Casey was, as a former defender, she was extremely pleased about the clean sheet. I was particularly pleased about the fact that we scored a number of goals in our first performance. So encouraging start.
Words from assistant coach for San Diego Wave,
Mr. Gunny, Coach Gunny.
And then you had players Kirsten McNabb and then Amira Ali, who we were supposed to talk to last time, but they switched it up a little bit last minute. So this was that interview.
It's been really fun to see us build week in and week out, and having a couple of games under our belt has been huge. So yeah, we're excited. We have another game coming up this weekend. We're hoping to just continue to build and implement all of Casey's principles and stuff. But I think it's been really fun seeing us gel. And yeah, we just hope to continue to grow that and improve.
And coming from Jersey, it's definitely a lot better weather here. It's really nice to just get out here with all my teammates, getting to know them. I think we're really starting to form a good chemistry both off and on the field. And I think it just relates on the field. We're doing all the principles that, as Kristen said, that Casey has asked for us to do, and I think we're implementing them pretty well. So I'm very excited. Energy is very high, and we're having a good time.
Great talent in this team. How is that intensity during training and the competition, just fighting for a starting spot? How is that like, and the experiences you've had with the team so far?
I think the energy is very high. We're all here for one common goal, and that's to be the best team in the league. And I think it shows on the field. We all push each other, and I think that's what we really need from each other, to keep pushing each other. Essentially, yes, we want to fight for that starting spot, but it's also making ourselves and each other better on the field. And I feel like we've been doing that very well and challenging each other, and we just want to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, I think that competitive environment is crucial. Like Amira said, we just want to keep pushing each other. But whether that's, you're competing for a starting spot or whatever, we want to push each other to be better every day, because ultimately we all have the same common goal. We want to succeed and do well in this league. So yeah, I think we have that competitive environment for sure.
And that was the.
Thank you, Chiva, for attending that. Of
course. It's always fun to see who attends there, right? And that this is what it was. Oh, hey.
Hey, Ricardo.
Hey, Ricardo. This is what it is for media and press conferences. We also get to be there in person whenever we get the chance, and it's just very far. And if we don't have work that day, maybe
we have other stuff that actually
We have a day job, guys. We have a day job.
Lets us do this stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's pretty much with San Diego Wave. What's going on over there?
There was more San Diego soccer.
There was more San Diego soccer.
San Diego Soccer's
San Diego
played.
Soccer's 15 time. Also, sponsored by Calafino. Use promo code 2balls20. Please make sure that you're 21 or over. If you're not, then I mean, I'm not. I'm not. No,
not held liable by any of
no.
that.
We can't. No, I'm like, we were told we could say anything for
Be
the
21
promos.
and over when you're buying stuff.
Please make sure you're 21 and over. Drink responsibly.
I've never bought alcohol online. I'm pretty sure they make you like.
No, there's
ID
yes.
check,
Don't
right?
don't worry about it. Hey, just don't make sure you use promo code
2balls20.
Can't believe we're gonna lose a sponsorship.
We're not.
A weekend. Calafino.
We're not gonna lose sponsorship. But yeah, San Diego Soccer's.
Yeah, San Diego Soccer. So San Diego Soccer's had 2 games, one on Friday, one on Sunday. The one on Sunday was a complete destruction of a team from Wisconsin, like 13 to 1, 13 to 2. The first game was over the Comets. They played the Comets. And it was a good game. They were losing San Diego Soccer's 2-1 early up in the game, but it ended up being like 6-2 towards the end. Great game. But towards the end, it got absolutely disgustingly dirty, and the refs lost all control of the match. Here, I'm not saying that, hey, if you want to watch some unsound soccer, watch this. No, because it's really fun. It's really good soccer. If you understand indoor soccer, you kind of felt the momentum. It was going that way. It's really, really, really hard. Like tempers flare. The sport of indoor soccer is just a little bit more brutal sometimes than outdoor soccer, because you have walls, because you have other types of violence. Like you have, I've known like dudes, because we used to play in Fogol in La 20. It was literally behind the drunk tank of the main TJ border, La 20, la cárcel, the jail. And so you'd have guys like leave the jail and then get their shoelaces back just so they can go and play like next door. But not saying that the Comets have any of those type of players, but it's a game of passion. But I really enjoyed the disgust that our friend 619 Sports, Craig Elston, who is Mr. Everything San Diego Soccer's.
Oh, for sure.
Along with Mr. Jerry Jimenez, Nate Aburre, our friends.
Chido Jerry.
But no, it was a really, really, really good game. And then it's like people watch hockey. Like I don't watch hockey, but like when I do, I want to watch madrazos. I want to watch chingadazos. Like that's kind of, I'm gonna lie. Like I like that. But it was
los chingadazos.
Yes.
Pinche come loco.
But no. So check out San Diego Soccer's. I know they have a couple of good events. I mean,
21 goals in 2 games, or if you're Chihuahua, you score that in 1 game against Tacoma.
That's
shout out to Jerry for that stat.
Shout out to fun. I guess Ibarra's not working up out there, huh?
I
Tacoma,
guess not. 21,
Tacoma.
21 pepinos.
That's sad. That would be demoralizing if I was a goalkeeper.
Wait. Do you think they changed the goalkeeper after 12 or 11?
I mean, you give the backup keeper a chance if he's ready
and that's
to go.
To get scored another.
That's
10.
Yeah, might as well. But check out MASL's YouTube channel to watch anything San Diego Soccer's.
We're gonna try to give a bit more recap on San Diego Soccer's. I mean, we're all about San Diego soccer, man.
Let's be transparent. The boy Craig was like, hey, like I want to see and hear a little bit more San Diego Soccer's on 2 balls.
And we got you.
I'm like, yeah, we got you. But the reason we didn't do it is because like they do such a good job on Soccer's Overtime. So I'm like,
make sure you check that podcast out.
Check out Soccer's Overtime.
We don't like stepping on toes, and we respect what San Diego Soccer's Overtime.
Yeah, bro.
Like what they do, and
it's a staple. It's a staple,
yeah,
and
so
a lot of these people have been doing this a lot longer.
If you want us to talk more Soccer's, we got you. But I mean, we're gonna try to get to more games as well. So
yeah, I'd love to talk baseball, but that's not a real sport. It's not, and maybe
baseball won't start until Tatis comes back to San Diego.
What?
He's not in San Diego right now, Tatis.
Well, no, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to be. There's no baseball, so why would he be here? So check out San Diego Soccer.
We're moving from San Diego to the other frontera for LigaMX recap real quick. Cholos.
Yes.
Cholos beat The campeonísimo Atlas.
So
I call this the Clásico Rojinegro because both fan bases hate each other just because they both wear the same color scheme.
Atlas has been wearing that as color scheme a lot longer.
I mean, that was loud. I don't like Atlético San Luis because they wear rojiblanco too, and Necaxa too. So I'm like,
Necaxa is different though. Necaxa has
different.
green. It's not blue, and
Yeah.
and that little
So
accent
it's a little different.
changes.
So I'm okay with it. But
I will
Atlético
defend
San Luis
Necaxa.
just kind of, because Atlético Madrid, the relationship, and kind of just copy off that. But I mean, Cholos, like Alan said, they're undefeated since losing to San Diego Loyal.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations, Cholos.
Marcelo Ruiz ended up scoring the first goal for them. I believe he's like 22 or 23.
Oh,
so.
bro, we could definitely show this. This is from the Cholos account. Yeah,
for sure.
Why
I don't know about the song.
We'll figure that out later.
¿Dónde están, perros?
Look at this.
This is the type of content I want to have for like
For
Loyal.
two balls and a mic.
For two balls and a mic.
For San Diego Loyal. Yeah,
for
definitely.
any game that I attend.
But yeah, so they do go up. Cholos do and end up winning this game against Atlas, the Campeonísimos, another Charlie team in La Liga MX. And so, at the end of the day, Cholos hasn't been doing all that hot so far in the league. Atlas, how's Atlas doing? Are they maintaining form? Do they have a hangover from last year?
Oh, I mean, Atlas is maintaining form. This is their first loss of the season, so they're in 5th place right now. 3 wins, 3 ties, 5 goals against, 7 in favor.
That was nasty. Did you see that?
Go back a little bit.
It wasn't a goal. So there's a ball outside the box. Right-footed flick inside the box as a through lob pass. Player kicks it, hits the crossbar, almost goes in.
Yeah, no, Cholos, I mean, definitely kind of turned things up in the last couple of games. They have been playing a little better. This win is a lot for them. I think home wins are crucial when it comes to Liga MX, and again, you have to get those couple wins in there. You could make Liguilla with just 6 wins in the season. So.
Yeah, especially, I mean, La Liga MX pretty much everybody's in. So what place does this put Cholos in right now?
They are currently in 9th place.
Currently in 9th place.
2 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses, -3 goal difference.
It was a cold one. It was a cold one, too. It was 11 degrees centigrade. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. But definitely a game that they could have even won by more, Cholos, but a good outing for them.
Yeah, maybe the cold affected a little bit. I know Guadalajara's not that cold right now, and just this coast, the weather in the coast right now for San Diego and TJ pretty much has the same weather. It's been really cold lately.
It's been really cold. Today was hot. Next week's going to be cold again. It's supposed to rain on Friday.
And I saw a Twitter conversation. I think it was Drew, and I forgot who else. Drew said on that tweet that he explained to some people that something about the cold breeze, like the cold air with the ocean, like it just makes it very, very cold. And I never thought about it like that, but I gotta agree, man. It's been freaking freezing. Atlas did get a red card in this game as well, but good for Cholos. I mean, we like the guys over in Tijuana, so it's always good when they win, right, Tony?
Absolutely. Something else in this jornada, Alexis Vega getting a red card for Chivas, losing 3-2 against Puebla.
This game,
super líder, the number 1 team in the league right now.
Tell me, Tony. Tell me this really.
Nothing to be ashamed of, right?
No. Yeah, I mean, they kind of got robbed. Puebla's on a hot streak right now. Chivas were up 2-0 at half. Tell me, when do you see a professional soccer team account complaining about the ref?
Never.
Chivas did that. They put screenshots of old referees that are analysts now, and they said, well, the 3rd goal for Puebla should have been taken away because they fouled the player that then they continued to the play, and that should have been counting, and the ref didn't count that. The VR didn't give a penalty to Chivas as well. So it's back-to-back games where VAR has been non-existent for Chivas games where it should have helped them out. And Chivas is kind of fed up of the refereeing. I'm kind of fed up of the refereeing. It's been very, very poor. You never have analysts like backing Chivas up because everyone's usually pretty against Chivas. But for this, man, like, it's kind of. I don't like that the team tweets this. The team shouldn't be tweeting this because it doesn't look good for the team, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're not a fan and you see a professional team like say Manchester United starts complaining about the refereeing for losing a game, then you're like, well, man, you're complaining about the refereeing like on social media, like really? It looks silly.
Yeah.
So Chivas ended up losing back-to-back losses. I mean, Puebla is on a hot streak right now. They're the super leaders. They're undefeated. I think they're one of the few teams that are undefeated, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so right now they have 5 wins, 2 draws. So
only team to be undefeated.
Definitely the only team he said is undefeated. The next one.
17 points already. Dude, this pretty much kind of gives them Liguilla already.
So 17 points. So how far are we from Liguilla starting, from the playoffs starting? How many jornadas are there?
There's 17 or 18.
So 17-week seasons.
They're almost halfway there.
Okay, interesting.
I think the golden number to make a solid spot in the top 4, and Tuca Ferretti said this before, is 26 points. You get 26 points and you're in Liguilla.
You're golden. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anything else? I know there was one thing that you wanted to definitely
in that link that I sent you towards the end. I mean, it's kind of like a highlight of the jornada. One of the last plays is a great save by Acevedo. I know you haven't seen it because you would have sent it to me because you're like, oh man, you like
goalkeeper
te prendes con paradas. I don't know if you're gonna be able to show this. I think it's from
con las paradas.
I don't know if it'll get copyrighted, Tony, but
where though?
Right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Wait, go back maybe. It's a penalty that he's. Oh, go back. Don't look. Close your eyes. Don't look.
Okay.
No, you gotta go back.
Is that it?
You gotta go back. You gotta see it live. You gotta see it live. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me.
Okay.
Right there.
All right.
This is the live reaction. If you know about Acevedo stop, or stops, you get. This is
you just ruined it.
This is Mendy level.
It's 1. Acevedo. 3. Wow. Still in there. Get in there. Good shit. Get in there. Good shit. Oh,
bro.
Qué buena. Oh, qué buena.
This is the guy that should be starting for Mexico.
Wow.
Everyone hyped him up on Twitter, social media, saying, please call him up already. Call him up already, man. What else does he need to do to get called up?
I think it's that one. Get up. He gets up. Oh, man.
Bro.
The hell is the defense doing?
They're just watching, dude. Antuna misses that. Like,
that is it. That is pretty good. That is pretty fucking good.
Very good, man. Like, Santos ended up winning 2-1 against Cruz Azul, who has been on a hot streak lately. And Santos were dead last in the league. They're still dead last in the league, tied in points with America and Monterrey, who are surprisingly in the bottom 3. Like, Santos has been consistent. America has been like a top team in the last 10 years. And Monterrey has also been competitive with all the money they invest. 5 points. Monterrey already fired
Aguirre, yeah.
So it's looking like Vucetich is going to make a comeback to Monterrey.
Yeah,
I mean, former Chivas coach. When you get a team like Monterrey, Monterrey, you should be competing for a championship every season. So very fun stuff happening in LigaMX. Oh, and now we travel across the world where there are
war.
There is war happening.
We are in. There's no
other way to say it, right?
It is what it is.
And the thing is, you see it in every game. Everyone's having like flags of Ukraine and everything. We should get a Ukraine flag too.
The first thing that I think of when I think of Ukraine is Andriy Shevchenko. So it just I correlate that another player that I, it sounds stupid in the grand scheme of things, but like Yarmolenko was a really good left winger for West Ham on FIFA Ultimate Team. It's pretty good. But in any case, stuff is happening, like Russia no longer having the Champions League final. Got stripped from them. Today it came down from UEFA and FIFA that Russia is being banned from World Cup competitions. They cannot participate for what's going on in their special operation. It's whatever bad things and sanctions can happen in the soccer and sporting world are happening. There's time off. Boxers, professional boxers, Lomachenko. I don't know if you know who that is.
Who?
Lomachenko. He's really good. He's a number 8 pound for pound boxer in the world.
Is he like the undisputed like world heavyweight champion?
Not heavyweight champion. He's a pound for pound. He's just really good, like world class. He has a fight in like June. He's in the front lines.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's wild what's going on over there. So all prayers and thoughts to everybody over there. Again, who are we to talk about this? But it is a thing. Roman Abramovich, the owner for Chelsea, is no longer doing day-to-day operations. Still the owner. We realize it's blood money probably, but at this point, who doesn't
it's
have
wild, man. And the Champions League already, UEFA already pulled the final from, which was going to be in Moscow, I believe.
Yep, it was.
So I pulled that. There's a lot of teams pulling away from their Russian sponsors. I know Manchester United pulled away from their flight sponsor, who was a Russian company, who has been their designated like flight company or sponsor. Like they travel on their airline for the last like 10 years, so that's no longer a thing for them. So
the biggest,
props on the team, right? Yeah. And it sucks for those companies because they probably don't have.
I wouldn't say it sucks for the companies; they're all in it.
I guess so.
That's not what you're here for. But again, even bigger is like Schalke. From the Bundesliga, their main sponsor is Gazprom.
Yes.
And so they said no.
Like front of the shirt,
and they're
right?
already struggling with money. So they're willing to fold essentially just to be like, ¿sabes qué?
When you do the right thing, it's like...
Talking about the right thing, the guys from San Diego Inter do the right thing. It's wow how good those guys are. We'll talk to them a little bit later. But there was Champions League, and I think it's no better place to start, boy.
Manchester United.
No better place to start,
And I called this game, right?
boy.
I told you. We said it. It's going to be a snooze fest. Like, both of these teams have a very, very, very boring playing style right now. Atletico Madrid got an early lead with a goal for Joao Felix. Great cross. Very poor marking from Maguire. And you're not surprised by that. Yeah. You're not surprised. If they're going to score Man U, it's going to be because something Maguire did. So Atletico got their early start, and then the game went forever, and it was a very boring game. Manchester United ended up tying it in the 80th minute towards the end with a very, very... shaky finish from Elanga. He kind of like barely hit the ball, and it just happened to go past Oblak, and he went in.
Yeah.
So not the prettiest game. I said it. I even posted it on TikTok, I believe, that this is going to be a tie or a 1-0 win for Atletico. And I do think Manchester United are going to pull through at Old Trafford. I think Cristiano Ronaldo's probably going to score 1 or 2 goals at Old Trafford and just get the lead for Manchester United and go into the quarterfinals, where Manchester United has probably haven't been there in a while since they beat PSG a couple years ago. So
I mean, admittedly, it was a really good goal by Joao Felix.
It was
a good cross, good goal.
But the poor marking from Maguire, man, it's terrible. Lindelof played in this weekend against was it Burnley and over Maguire, and we got the clean sheet. We didn't win; it was a tie, but the defense looked better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So the question is, do you just happen to bench Maguire and start Lindelof with Varane, who's probably a better duo in the center back positions? So, man, not much else to say about this game, but they have had a couple really good stops. Ronaldo's been struggling lately, man, and I think the age is catching up. He did say, he kind of hinted that he's on his way out from Manchester United, right? So he did say if there's a team that can give him a platform to win more, why not, right? That's what he said. And if Manchester United is not going to be that team, I think he says he has maybe 4 more years to play at a top level that he wants to win things. It's crazy. He's 37. Is he really going to keep this up at 41?
I don't know. I mean, MLS is knocking, right?
MLS is knocking. MLS. Neymar said he would like to play as in MLS.
Why not?
Buffon is, 47? And
he just signed to 2024.
Or to play to 47. It's wild. So, it's crazy. But, yeah, this game, it met my expectations. It was going to be a boring game, a tied game, low-scoring game, and that's what it was. Not much else to talk about this game, man.
Definitely, Elanga getting that
This tie was crucial, though.
Yeah, no, it was definitely crucial. No more away goals.
No more away goals.
So it doesn't matter, which is fine. Look, it's 1-1.
Yeah,
good.
No, it's
you go back. Whoever wins over there at Old Trafford wins straight up, outright.
Exactly.
Like that's why I like it. Like there's no need to.
Will either of these teams move on to the semifinals? I highly doubt it.
I don't think so.
I highly doubt it. The other Wednesday, one of the other Wednesday games was Ajax Benfica, and I was a little surprised by this game, man. I really thought Ajax was going to completely destroy Benfica, and Benfica held their ground, right? So they ended up tying 2-2. Ajax did maintain most of the possession, 60% possession, and that's kind of their playing style, right? So
Haller just can't keep scoring on both ends.
On both ends, it's wild. This guy is a scoring machine, man, and it's gonna be a matter of time before a bigger team signs him. Like maybe not like Manchester United, but I'm thinking like a Dortmund or something like that will end up signing him,
and then be ruined by somebody like Arsenal.
Probably,
definitely, and yes, Brandon, I did shave. Appreciate it. So that was the Wednesday games. There were games. Where is it? Chelsea, champions of Europe.
The other Wednesday game was Bayern Munich, right?
Yes. So the other one was
wait, what's the Bayern Munich?
No. That was Wednesday, and we skipped Tuesday. So because I went directly into Manchester United because we've talked about Chelsea quite a bit. Chelsea winning 2-0 against champions of France, Lille, showing their dominance, showing how excellent they are in this game. You have Hakim Ziyech scoring a fantastic goal. You also have Kai Havertz, King Kai, who, I love this kid. Like, this kid is going to be just probably runner-up and number 1, number 2 for Ballon d'Or in a couple years, no question.
I mean, it was a good win for Chelsea against the French champions, right?
Yeah, no, it was a good win. Nothing compared to what happened on Sunday, but again, you're getting those European wins, 2-0, clean off the top. Let's go. Then
this
you go
pretty much
away.
Puts you through, honestly.
Yeah, puts us through. Hopefully, unless something disastrous happens over in Lille, away for Chelsea, and then the last game that we didn't mention for the Champions League,
Juventus.
Juventus, who had.
Vlahovic scoring the first minute.
In the first minute, pretty good goal too. Like it was the other team was caught snoozing. Villarreal.
Then Parejo ended up tying it for Villarreal. I mean, Parejo's a solid centerman. Very underrated in my opinion. He's a little older. I think he's 30 years old already. So he's a little slow center midfielder, but he has a nasty shot and he has a great touch. But I mean, it was a good goal for the new number 7 for Juventus.
It took him about 36 seconds.
36 seconds to score.
That is wild.
Champions League debut. Great pass.
Yeah, no, definitely a fantastic pass. Good run between the center backs.
Very Lewandowski style goal, right? Like la paras, like the media vuelta. Great goal. Yeah. Hard to stop for a goalkeeper, huh?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Getting down there quickly and just measuring the quick bounce of it is incredibly difficult. But then, as far as the Champions League goes, the other games are going to be
in March.
Tomorrow's March. So in March 8th. So
not this week, next week.
Next week. You have those games, Bayern versus Salzburg. We're going to go ahead and talk about those a little bit more the day of or the day before and do
we'll probably give a little preview next week. So man, there was Europa League soccer, and I just want to talk not about all the games, but Barcelona has 619 Soccer's here, so let's give them a little love. And Barcelona has been playing pretty good lately. They had a great game against Napoli. They had a great game this weekend. Aubameyang has definitely been probably proven to be one of the best January transfers overall. They're calling this Xavi ball, which is a little different than the tiki-taka. From what I'm seeing, a lot of Barcelona fans like talking about. Pedri apparently is just playing out of his mind.
Crushing it.
Like, Xavi said it gives him Iniesta vibes. Like, for his age to be that good, it's wild. But they ended up beating Napoli. I think it was, 4-1, if I'm not mistaken, or 4-2.
4-2.
So, shout out to Barca, man. I mean, a lot of people are thinking that they're on the
On the rise again. Frankie de Jong scoring an absolute crazy golazo outside the box. He has space. He curls it in there. Beautiful. And yeah, I mean, I like when big clubs succeed just because it's good for everybody, and especially when Haaland joins next year and then Mbappe joins Real Madrid next year. That's going to be fun to watch over in La Liga once again.
So Barcelona in their league, they moved up to 4th place, which is way better than what they were in the previous weeks. So they're 15 points behind first place Real Madrid. So the league title's out of the question. Sevilla's in 2nd, Real Betis is in 3rd. So Barcelona's fighting for a Champions League spot, which is crazy to say, right? Mm-hmm. It sounds crazy to say, but they are fighting for a Champions League spot. I think they'll get it. I think they'll be back in Champions League next season. They were this season, but they just dropped to the Europa League, which is the story of Manchester United's life. So at the moment,
I'll give respect to the Europa League because Chelsea won it a couple of years, and you know, shout out Ivanovic. But yeah, definitely. All to get eliminated by West Ham, says 619 Soccer. Oh, fuck. But yeah, Atletico Madrid. Oh, the boy, yeah. Mi Chiva, Atletico Madrid, says Jesse.
Shout out to Brandon Rodriguez on the chat saying, "What up, boys? Tony, you shaved."
Old Trafford. Yes, I mentioned it.
Tony, you shaved.
I did.
Wow.
It's crazy.
It's like a baby. Baby Tony.
Forearm.
Baby Tony.
Like a baby's forearm.
There was Premier League, and
you guys tied 0-0 again.
It wasn't the most exciting Premier League weekend.
You guys are struggling. It's a different time. Watford, a good team. I think you guys lost to Watford. Isn't that the game that got what's his face fired?
That is the game. That was the last game against for Ole, and they played this game on his birthday. And a lot of people thought that this was going to be revenge against Watford, and they tied 0-0.
That is
0-0, man.
Absolutely wild and crazy.
The Premier League table right now, this is how it stands at the moment.
Yes.
Man City's in first, 27 games played, 66 points. Liverpool in second with 26 matches played, 1 behind Man City, 60 points. So 6 points behind, 1 game in hand. Technically could be 3 points behind, right? Mm-hmm. You got your boys in blue in third place with 25 matches, 2 games behind with 50 points.
Yeah.
So essentially 4 points behind Liverpool if they win those 2 games, right? And no, 7 points behind Liverpool. It's wild. Man U is tied in 3 points behind Chelsea in 4th place with 2 games ahead. So I'm hoping Chelsea just kind of loses some. I mean, there's no difference between 3rd and 4th place, but for the sake of this podcast,
yes,
I would love for Man U to be on top of Chelsea in the table. That's all I want. All I want for...
I can't stand that song. I can't stand Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey outside of Life of Mimi is garbage, hot garbage. Shake It Off, We Belong Together. That's Mariah Carey. I don't know what fiendish, ghoulish, elvish beast she turns into in December. But
that's all I want, man.
But yeah, so I think that's a good place, boy, right?
I think so. I don't think we missed anything. That Acevedo safe, man.
That was great.
Like, that kid needs to be called up immediately and starting.
Since we started the podcast, the art of goalkeeping has had a rise.
I'm telling you, San Diego gives a lot of love to goalkeepers, and I think you played a big part in that.
Shout out to everybody that's helped us out. Check out Califino Tequila.
Promo code 2balls20.
2balls20. Remember to ask for our business cards. First 2 people to ask for our business cards will get for me, we'll get a Adidas loyal kit.
So the first 2 people or the first person?
First 2 people.
So you have 2 jerseys?
I have 2. I have 1 San Diego Select, Loyal Select. And
so not only if you go to the kit review party, you can get your pre-ordered jersey, but you can get a, what size?
A youth's.
XL? Youth? Medium?
If you're a youth or have a youth.
Or if you just want something to put up on your wall as decoration, hit up Tony. For the first 3 people to ask for a business card from me, here, I'm paying for your lemonade on March 12th. First 3 people.
Shout out to PB European Imports over in PB. If you need anything done for your car and vehicle, some kind of reparation. Not reparation, that's not the right term. But in any case, get your car fixed over there.
Show SD Inter at the UPSL some love, man. They're going to have 4 home games for the spring season. Check those out. They're before. 2 of them are before home loyal home games. So And it's pretty close by.
Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? And yeah, so thank you.
Thank you guys. Catch you guys later.
Bye.